What's up, guys? You're here with East Coast Magazine. My name is Juan Perez.
I'm Deborah.
And we're here with a special guest.
Mylezia Gang.
Hey. So, tell us a little about yourself. Where you from?
Alright, so I'm from the 302, Wilmington, Delaware.
302.
Born and raised. Okay. I've been singing for about 5 years now, so I'm just on the grind.
Well, that's dope. That's dope. I mean, how's it feel, being in Delaware, coming from Delaware as an artist overall?
I'm proud to come from Delaware because, we got a lot of underground artists and we just need to make a name for ourselves. We don't have a lot of people coming out of Delaware, so I'm just trying to represent.
So it seems like, you're trying to, build opportunities for, young artists in Delaware,
Definitely,
right?
definitely.
So you try to support them, put them on as well, right?
Definitely.
Oh, wow, that's dope. So you almost a mentor for them.
Yeah, I'm trying to be.
You trying to be? You trying to be?
I'm trying to be.
So let me ask you a question. Where did, the name, the princess, the state?
I feel like they gave that name to me. I don't even know where the heck it came from, honestly.
Right.
I mean, I had something, I was going to put out an EP called King Like a Queen, so everybody was going to be like, okay, Princess of Delaware. I don't know where it came from. I'm lying. I did a tour in California. They put me in the newspaper, and that's what the title was. So I guess that's what
Oh, wow. So now you stand now.
Yeah, apparently. Certified.
Certified? Cool. So, I love the EP as well. My favorite song is How Does It Feel?
Ooh.
Yeah, you did your thing. Yeah.
How did that come about?
I love D'Angelo. And we were trying to think of some songs to flip because, everybody's flipping music now. And I was like, okay, well, no one really did a D'Angelo. How does it feel? And it's crazy. After I recorded it, wasn't Neo? He came out with it. How does it feel? Anyway. But
okay,
yeah,
Neo.
I know Neo. You copy, but it's cool. But yeah, that's where it came from. And I was working with Modesty. Like, that's my best friend. She's really cool. And we kind of came up with this together.
Wow. So, what's your goal as far as with issues? What was your main goal for that?
To put a body of work out that I'm proud of.
Right.
I've worked on EPs for years and I've had excuses of why they shouldn't come out. And I wanted to put out something that would represent me as an artist.
Right. So, people listen to your music. What kind of vibes, you want to give people, because everybody's different vibes. We have the hot girl vibes.
Yeah.
And then we got the slow soul vibes. So, what vibes you trying to give out as far as, people listen to your music?
90s.
90s.
I love harmonies. So I wanted harmonies on every song and they had to calm me down because I wanted every song to sound like a choir. I'm from church. I don't care. One person choir me. I don't care. But yeah, 90s. At least try.
You try. So you try to give me that Aaliyah feel.
Oh yeah. We had to dedicate her in the EP too.
As you should.
Can't Trust Your Smile. We had some references.
Okay, so wait, so tell me a little about that song.
Can't Trust Your Smile. It's crazy. I actually had to go through this whole situation. You're dealing with a guy and you think everything's perfect, but then you find out he got a whole secret life. It's just like, what the heck was I paying attention to?
Exactly right.
So that's where Can't Trust Your Smile came from. And we love Aaliyah, so we had to put in her little harmonies.
Right. So, it seems like most of your music really from your experience.
Yeah. If I look at it now, probably in the midst of it, I wasn't going through it. But now that it's out, I've had to deal with every single song. It's based off of what I've been through. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, that's dope that, you're trying to show, base experience, into your music. What do you think, far as an artist, how should you represent yourself going into the music industry? Like, what content do you put out?
I would definitely say be honest with yourself.
Okay.
Because, coming out, you're trying to be relevant. So you want to do what's popping. And in the beginning, I was like, okay, let me do them ratchet songs. But that wasn't me. And you could tell. Like, you couldn't believe a word I said. And I couldn't believe a word I said. And when I sang, it looked like I didn't believe a word I said. So be true to yourself. Come out with music that you will bump to. I had a whole bunch of music, a lot of songs that I couldn't even listen to it. When I listened to it, I would cringe. Now I'm like, okay, go ahead, Miley.
Yeah.
Be able to listen to your own work.
Do you feel like when going through that stage where you had to do certain things that you didn't want to do, it maybe had discouraged you in any way to stop pursuing music?
It did discourage me, but it didn't make me stop because I still had the urge to prove to people that people want to listen to stuff I listen to. I'm cool, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody, I feel like every song on my EP someone can relate to. And like songs that I'm not a flossy person. So I mean there's people that's flossy. But if I'm listening to a song, I really gotta be like feeling in the twerking mood to be like, oh Vivi on my neck and be like, no. I'm humble, so I wanna listen to humble music.
That's good.
Oh wow, yeah, that's dope. I definitely, what do you feel like that separates you from other artists?
Yeah, I definitely do. Everyone has their own little niche, and I mean, you need a go-to song for everything. So maybe you feeling yourself, maybe you do need to listen to the ratchet and stuff, get you out of the funk. But I mean,
because neo soul right now, it's really out there now.
It is.
So
and I'm glad because it was gone for a while.
Yeah. So you feel as if how would you feel like you differ yourself from other new artists like her or Jenny and other artists along that way?
I would definitely say it comes down to the material that you're putting out, like the song, the content. Like I have a song called Daddy Issues. You don't really have a lot of songs out there talking to, and there's a lot of people who's
with
going
daddy
through that.
issues.
Yeah, and I mean you might not have crazy issues with your dad, but it's like that hit a nerve. So I feel like, you need something that'll relate to people.
Right, so you like, it's basically you singing or, your music basically touching on things that maybe some artists would not touch on, right?
Yeah, like I was scared of touching on some issues. I'm the type of person that if we're in a good space, I don't want to bring up any bad negativity. Right. But like if it's in my spirit, okay, I got to get it out. So
that's good that you're honest with yourself. You definitely want to talk about it. I would say that, artists, become successful by being honest about, because at the end of the day, as a listener, I just want to listen when you go through this, and maybe it would go something I went through. Right, so I can maybe learn from it, and, be better from it, so that's definitely, I think, your music is, they're portraying.
And you can also tell someone's growth. Like, I feel like my next EP will show a different side from what you see now. And I also noticed that with a lot of different artists, like, they come out with 5, 6, 7 albums. If you listen to everything, especially if it's a guy, you see how they was like running over girls. Now they respectful. Like you get to gain respect.
Yeah, with like music, you want to express every person that you consider yourself to be like yourself. Like you're humble, so you want to show the humble side through your music. Or sometimes you feeling yourself. You want to show yourself through that.
My face.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, definitely that's how it should be. I think. As far as your growth, what growth have you made, since you first started into the music industry until now?
I feel like having a voice for myself. Like I said in the beginning, I was trying to please others and, hurry up and get that quick money and be signed already. But it was like, I'm still this little kid, so I feel like I don't believe any of that stuff. I feel like now I know what's going on around me. I know what, my manager, my mom, what's being talked about. I know what's going on with the world, so it's not like I'm naive. It's like I have a story. I have a purpose now, because there was a point in life where I did not know my purpose. Like I was coming out with music and stuff that didn't even describe how I was as a person. Or like in my personal life, I was at a low point where I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know where to go next. And like now I feel confident. Like I can tell someone, whatever you're going through, you're going to make it through. And like going through this whole music business, I know it's hard. You don't have to be in the music business. Whatever you're going through, whatever journey you're doing, be patient. And be patient.
Be patient.
Don't jump into anything that is a whole check.
Yeah, them checks.
Don't sell yourself out, man.
Yeah, and that's good you talking about that, because I see a lot of artists, you know, and it's okay because maybe they don't even know better, know the info they need to know.
Right.
And you get into something and you're like, hold up, let me step back. So I think, you know, you talking about this is good, because artists definitely need to know that before rushing into something they do not know what they get themselves into.
So
definitely.
You did mention about how your mom is your manager.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little about how all of that started, pretty much what you had to go through from the ground up, because there could be some misinterpretations that, you know, you had everything handed to you, because there's a lot of people that think that way in certain aspects.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about that.
My mom is the most hardest working person in the world.
Go
like yes, like my mom,
Mom.
the sacrifices my mom did to get me to this point is like unbelievable. And she was like this with every aspect of my life. I wanted to play violin. She got me violin. I wanted to play piano. She put me in the Delaware piano arts. I was a track star. I had a scholarship. Oh, she had me going to 3 practices a day. So she always taught me to be disciplined. And yes, like, don't be comfortable where you're at. Like, okay, you're fast and running this, but you could be better. So she always taught me to do that. And starting this music, it was crazy because I was on Twitter. I had a little daily affirmation. If y'all don't know, I love Alicia Keys. And I said, I'm going to be the next Alicia Keys. And my mom held me to that. She's talking about, oh, okay, we going to the studio.
Right.
So she put me in the studio, and things just started happening super fast. And, like, you don't know what's going on, so you get comfortable. Oh, my God, I'm opening up for K. Michelle. I'm doing this show. I'm doing that show. And then you then take a step back and notice what your mom is doing to get, like, my mom know how to make relationships, and she had to teach me that. Like, whatever you're trying to do in life, it's all based on relationships, how you treat others. And I feel like that is something everybody needs to know, because, you know, people treat you really bad. Those don't want to work with you. So I feel like if it wasn't for my mom, I wouldn't be nowhere near. I wouldn't be where I am at right now. Like, even with my whole dad situation, I feel like this was my journey. Me and my dad don't have a bad relationship, but I feel like he wouldn't have went as hard as my mom is going for me. So I feel like, you know, you gotta find people that ride with you. And if you don't have people that ride with you, ride for yourself.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, what advice would you give to somebody that they just have themselves? They want to pursue music or whatever is it that they're talented in or gifted in, but, you know, they keep on pushing it back, pushing their dream back, because they don't have that stability or they don't have that support system with them.
Believe in yourself. Like, everyone gets upset about how, okay, you have a dream and you want to chase it, but you have to work a 9 to 5. You got to understand, you need money to make any dream go bad. Like, don't be so negative. Oh, things aren't happening, and I'm preaching them to myself, because I was so negative. Oh my God, I'm working. Why the heck I gotta work? I'm supposed to be singing somewhere. Dude, be positive about whatever you're doing, because you're furthering yourself. Like, right now, I'm working at a great job. It's cool or whatever, but it's really helping me with my singing, and I don't even know, because I'm helping people. I'm, like, teaching people how to be like, I work with social services, so it's like you see a lot of different people going through a lot of different things. So you have to be able to tap into different things and be like, okay, what's the positive and how is this going to help me? Don't dwell in the negative. Like, look at jobs as, you know, a stepping stone. You have so much to talk about. You have a testimony. Oh, I was working at McDonald's. Oh my God, look at me now. I wasn't working at McDonald's, but I'm just saying. Right. You have a story, and you're not supposed to let the negative, you know, overpower your story.
But I mean, you're right. I believe that, and, you know, I always tell somebody, you always got a story to tell. You know, it's always about a journey. You know, we go through challenges, adversity, but I believe, like, all that comes into the result that you want at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Everybody's
easy.
growing.
Starts somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's all about
Yeah.
growth, pretty much.
Hey, listen, man, from East Coast Magazine team, the home team, shout out to the home team. Shout out to Deb, coming on, definitely shout out to Mom Dukes
Yeah.
coming through. Shout out to
Making it
Ariel
work.
too on the cam. And shout out to our makeup artist Lee.
Yup.
And we'll move forward, man. ECM, stay tuned.